Hi, my barrel of pickles. My name is Sarah. Pearls of Wisdom in Food with Keto Under 20. And so I have a lot of ideas for today's podcast. And one of them is you will never see "She fell for gimmicks" on my headstone. A lot of us got here from trying gimmicks, the next new weight loss miracle, and all of those sort of things. And that's what got us here. To me, this is a food program, Keto Under 20, that goes the distance. There's no expiration date. There's no hopping off and enjoying a weekend of whatever it is that you want to eat and then hopping back on. On my walk today, and I won't name it because somebody went on one of those carb refeeds, which to me, it just spells out gimmick, and it spells out cheat day. It's just a euphemistic term for like cheating. Now, one of the things that Dr. Davis makes very, very clear is when you get the wheat and the sugar out of your system, and other doctors too with keto, is that the cravings go away, right? So if you reintroduce carbs that are grains or sugars, then you're reactivating your brain, and it's like heroin. You've got another withdrawal ahead of you. It's like having a cigarette or a weekend of cigarettes. You're going to have to detox from it because you've put some chemicals back into your body. And I think a lot of that part gets forgotten. So when people do a refeed, this particular person did a refeed with the only grains were rice, but lots of things like sweet potatoes. Oh goodness. The things were named that she couldn't fit into Keto Under 20. But the only grain was rice. And anyway, at one point between getting back onto keto and drinking lots of water to flush everything, a few days after that, the scale read 10 more pounds. And it's like, you talk about flipping me out if I encountered that. I have nightmares about things like that getting on the scale and it's like, haha, you thought you really weighed that? You're right back to where you started from, sister. And so to me, whatever a carb refeed is supposed to do, I have never heard any person on any keto site come back and say, maybe Healthful Pursuit, because I think she's a fan of them, Leanne. But other people, they say how miserable they feel, how bloated and constipated and headache, and their pants are going to burst, and why did they do this? And then they have to withdraw again, and the withdrawal lasts for days. Well, to me that says, so not worth it. So, not worth it. Not just not worth it, so, not worth it. So that's a gimmick that you won't hear me talking about here and encouraging you. A lot of you are sane, logical, reasonable, no BS older people who have found that Keto Under 20 is like, where was this when I needed you sort of thing, while we were doing our rotations of Nutrisystem and Jenny Craig and Weight Watchers yet again, and handing over big bucks for short results, very short-term results. And there's no way that like a company like any of those can give me a standard American diet in moderation, in portion control, in whatever so many points for me, and I come out of it okay and not subject to huge carb reload days and crashes and burns and weight gain. There's just no way, because I'm eating a smaller, it's like going from drinking scotch to wine coolers. You're still putting the alcohol in your body. You're still putting the grains, the artificial sweeteners, don't think that they aren't dangerous, and and sugars into your body. Let's not even get close to the free fruit part. And so your body, it just hums and pulls together with Keto Under 20. And I know that so many of you found it at last, and it's a way of eating to go the distance, and you don't want to fall for the gimmicks. Another one is somebody was thinking of an egg fast, and I know that Felicia Ann, the nurse that does keto podcast quite a few times a week, she went on one, and she gave it, I think, 5 or 6 days, and she would never ever do it again. And she did it, and she taped it, and she looked sicker and sicker as the days went on. And she was doing it, you know, not just for herself, but for the rest of us too. It's like, if I can keep you away from this, that's what my point will be. And she's very generous with sharing that, because if you came out of that still thinking it was a good idea, no thank you. No thank you. So, you will not see "She Loved Gimmicks" on my headstone. I am I'm a food addict, so I want my food. And I want my food the way that it was yesterday and the day before, and the day before that. I want my Keto Under 20 every day. I am not looking for another quick weight loss scheme to, like, help me lose 5 pounds. If I'm supposed to lose 5 pounds, I will, but I'm definitely at the stage where I'm leaning out, which means that I can feel muscle mass. I can see some definition in my torso, yes, at almost 67. And I can actually feel it. My abdomen feels tighter. The humidity today is 99%, and I've never felt so unbloated in all of my life. And it's got to be because I'm not having starchy vegetables and sugars and grains in my food plan. You know, they aren't slowing me down on these days when walking slow is like, sometimes it's like the best that's going to happen here, folks. And so I have my fatty meats, my eggs. I love my eggs every day. I have dairy. I don't seem to be allergic to it. It doesn't cause me any gastrointestinal distress. So I'm able to have it. I have everything within reason, and everything is weighed and measured. And so when I do that, I have my big salad every single day. And today, this summer, it's featuring organic red leaf, organic green leaf, and organic romaine as lettuces. And I have 140 grams of that. I don't know what it means in cups or ounces, but it's a big A salad in a big bowl. That's probably supposed to be a mixing bowl, and I got it at Home Goods. And so I fill that with all of those fluffy pieces of lettuce, and then I add to it, I'm on a feta cheese kick now, so I have 1 ounce of that. I think it's 60 or 70 calories, and sometimes 2 strips of bacon chopped up in it, 45 grams of avocado chopped up into it, 1 tablespoon of half macadamia nut oil, on sale at Star this week for 90 cents off, which is considerable. It's like 10% off because it's usually, $10 for, I think it's only 8 ounces. Then I also have 35 grams of organic radicchio and red cabbage in it. So it's a hearty salad, and it carries me for the distance. Tonight, on the side of that, I'm having Maria Emmerich's breakfast chili, and I'm not having it with the egg and avocado because I'm having the avocado in the salad, and I'm having the egg for lunch, or my first meal, don't you know. So actually what I'm having is a bowl of her Charisse burger chili with melted cheese on top, and that's working for me. And today I'm diving into, I have some organic Valley Munster, and I have some Roth organic Havarti, or however you pronounce it. So those two are wonderfully meltable cheeses. And I'll have the Munster at lunch and the Havarti on the chili facsimile, beanless. So I don't do gimmicks. I do consistency day after day after day. So when you watch me, this is a no BS zone. If you want to learn how to make garbage out of keto foods, you can find plenty of my peers out there that want to make you have the standard American diet with coconut flour, almond flour, and all sorts of other concoctions that give you bread, cookies, sweets, desserts, and all those sort of things. And, even Dr. Berg is coming out with his own version of ice cream. That would be very dangerous for me because he talks about the ingredients. Dr. Davis had one too. And it's like, it's very, very, very high fat. I guess if you had to have one, I guess that would be how to go. But, I just say stay away from things that your brain doesn't know it's coconut flour or almond flour. Your brain says, it looks like the food porn that I see on other keto stations, and I can have it, and I can have it in safety. In safety should be used whenever you think of having something that isn't really like keto, stricter, disciplined, structured keto. You should say to yourself, can I eat this in safety? Because if nothing happens after you eat it, and so you think you're out of the woods and it's safe, trust me, many an alcoholic has said, I had a glass of wine and nothing happened. And then it took them 10 years to find sobriety again. Trust me, your mind is always looking for something to get into trouble with if your mind is ruled by your addict. And my addict is Ms. Slick. So be careful, be very careful. There are wonderful, wonderful sites that will teach you a lot about keto. People that have gone the distance. What I'd like you to do is list. Who do you turn to? Who do you get in your feed? A podcast is new from, and immediately have to watch it. Immediately have to sit and fill your brain and your eyes with what that person's saying. Who helps you on a daily basis or weekly basis? Get to Keto Under 20, stay to Keto Under 20, and want to always do it. Love to know who you're listening to, because I'm always looking for new places in addition to the ones that I listen to. And so, this has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto Under 20. You can do it just for today. You can have it your way, and you can still get all the benefits without being pulled into those semi-safe neighborhoods of keto-fied items. You can. Thanks for watching. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto Under 20. Just another pickle in the barrel. Bye-bye for now.